Tony D and Little Joan. And this is a screenwriter's rant on A Wing and a Prayer, starring Dennis Quaid and Heather Graham as a couple who get on a plane and then have to land it when the pilot unexpectedly dies. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So this is the pilot. He's an older guy. This is based on a true story. This is for Easter. So this is the scenario every guy thinks about. Oh, I could fly this plane. Yeah, just give me the instructions. I'll just follow the instructions. It'll be fine. It's kind of true. It's kind of true. In this case, he was on a private jet. Pilot dies. And then Dennis Quaid has to fly the plane with Heather Graham's help. Yeah, it's a pretty nerve-wracking experience. You screw this up, you're done. So he's got to save himself, his wife, and his 2 daughters. And so you can see how this will just be a crazy-ass movie. It seems to be mildly religious. I guess they were a religious family. I guess it pays to be religious in that instance. And I believe they landed safely. He landed the plane. Written by Brian Edison and directed by... I can't really tell here. April 7th, it looks like. God, I hate when they cover up things. Looks like Ian McCanna. Something like that. And this is the guy who has to talk him down, so he's one of the characters. I mean, it's been a while since they made one of these movies. Based on a true story of the miracle. I don't know if it's a miracle. I mean, guy knows how to follow instructions, I would say. So, first act, they catch a plane ride. They're going on Easter vacation, wherever they're going. They get up in the plane. Pilot dies. Dad is riding co-pilot because that's what dads do, right? Oh, let me ride co-pilot. This would be cool. His daughter's and the mom is in the background just hanging out. Oh, this is boring. And pilot dies. Calls in, says, you got to get me down here. You got to follow our instructions. So, second act's about them trying to figure out how to fly the plane. I think there's a scene where the dead pilot falls on the controls and they nearly die. I don't know, they're going to make stuff up to kind of stretch this out for the 90 minutes, but this shouldn't be a minute more than 90 minutes, I think. So then they call up a guy who talked some other guy down before, maybe, or maybe he tried to and that guy died. I can't do it anymore. I meant died, my care. Well, you got to try this time. You got to redeem yourself. Something like that. And he comes in. So he starts talking Dennis Quaid through the controls, and Heather Graham takes co-pilot because, I don't know, because she's Heather Graham, and they paid a lot of money for her to be in this as the mom, as the hot mom. And Dennis Quaid slowly but surely lands the plane with Heather Graham's help. The end. And then there'll be a conclusion, however it really happened. Maybe they crashed a little bit, but everybody survived or something like that. Then there's, denouement. Oh, I love you, Dennis Quaid. His name's probably not Dennis Quaid in the movie. And then there'll be a credit roll, and then they'll show you the real people and what really happened. And, it's all a dramatization. I mean, it's not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. They're mildly religious, so I'm sure they're praying throughout the whole damn thing. Solid story, I'd say. Dennis Quaid seems to be doing all the heavy lifting here. Heather Graham's sort of just there. So, it looks fine. I mean, I'd watch it. This to me strikes me as a TV movie of the week. Used to be on TV. When they did a TV movie. Like, they didn't spend a lot of money on the movie, and it usually was based on a true story, and you'd be like, oh, I heard about this news story, I'm going to watch this. And then you watch it, and kind of go, oh wow, that was crazy what happened, and then they show you the real, you know, guy who survived and tell you the real details, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not exactly what happened, and then you look it up and you go, oh wait a minute, they kind of played fast and loose with the rules, right? But I think this is still a good story in that respect because, I mean, the guy did land the plane. I assume they didn't all perish in a ball of fire. I vaguely remember the story. I assume he lived. I think he did. You know, maybe at the end they got onto the runway and, you know, they bounced a couple times, broke off the wheels and skidded to a halt or something like that. But they I believe they lived. I believe they all survived. So, I think it could do worse. On a Wing and a Prayer, I think it's at April 7th on Prime. I might watch it. Might review it. I mean, how bad could it be? And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, who's asleep under the blanket. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more based take. If you can find a more based take it. And check me out at my signing on Wednesday at Westville Library at 6, and then at the Coho Brewery in Court May Courthouse at 7. We'll see you.